Hello everybody. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I have no makeup on other than lip sense, just because I have a terrible migraine the day that I am filming this and I just don't feel up to it. So, I am determined totally to do this video, but I just didn't feel up to doing anything super special with, preparing for it. So, I wanted to get the content up for you, but I just didn't feel super great. So pardon my appearance. So if my appearance upsets you in any way, you can just click off the video, and I totally understand. If the quality of this video isn't fantastic for you, again, I apologize, and you're free to leave it and not look at it. But I wanted to put something up, and I wanted it to be more content driven rather than vanity, and I felt that was more important. So this video is kind of going to be about me anyway, and kind of going to be about my health and things moving forward anyway, and I kind of felt that vanity is less important in those things than what I have to say. So I felt like, the focus can be less on that, and actually kind of my acne is a little bit part of some of the things that I'm going to say anyway, so why not showcase it? So it all kind of worked out weirdly anyway. So the first thing that I want to say is that I've had some health issues for many years, and people who have been in my life for a long time know that, but some people who are newer to my life probably don't know those things. So I'll share some of those things with you now so you can understand why I'm going to be going to some doctor's appointments in this month or next month. So I'm going to be going to a series of different doctor's appointments for different things, for things that have been problems for a while. So I'm seeing my primary at the end, in a couple of days. And that appointment is to check on my sugar, because I've been diabetic for a decade now, something like that. And however, for the past several years, I haven't been on medication because it's been controlled with diet and exercise, and my levels have just been good. However, they were like slightly high the last time they checked it, so she wanted to keep an eye on it. With everything that I've been going through the past few months, I have been having more sugary things, so I literally am a little bit concerned of what my levels are going to be, because the test that they run when they check it is a blood test that can see like the past 6 months of what you've been doing, kind of thing, or the past several months of what you've been doing, sort of thing. And so I think they're going to find that my sugars have been elevated. If they take just the finger one in addition, they'll probably find that it is not as elevated, because recently I've been counteracting that. Now that kind of that immediate stress is over, I have been going back to water in my daily routine and getting away from those sugary things, because I don't feel that like stress in my daily routine and different things like that, and I'm not relying on the more fast foods and stuff like that now that we're home again and in this environment. My boyfriend and I are working on more structured home cooked meals, and working on portion controlling ourselves, and different things like that, because he and I kind of feel like we don't want to go backwards anymore. We want to go forward, and in forward we want to be more active in our lives. We want to do things, we want to see things, we want to explore and have adventures together, and we want to be healthier, for our own personal sakes, and also for each other, and for the things that we want to do as a couple and as people. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to my primary, and another reason is I need some referrals to go see other doctors. So The first doctor that I am going to be seeing is an eye doctor, because if you notice over here, my glasses broke. I was in bed with my boyfriend and we like tickle each other and roughhouse a little, and he moved and accidentally elbowed my glasses and they broke, and he's like MacGyver and was able to fix them. But it's kind of a temporary fix. So I've needed to get an eye exam for the past like 2 years, and they've been pushing me, especially when you're diabetic. They really want you to get an eye exam. And I've needed to get my eyes checked for the last couple of years, and I haven't had new glasses in, I think like every 2 years you're eligible, and I haven't gotten new glasses in over 10. So, yeah, I'm due for new glasses. These glasses are incredibly old. But I just really like them, and I actually have frames. So my new frames are going to be these ones, and everyone says they're so different. They can't believe that I'm going to be going to these ones, but I'm just going to give you a moment to see what the new ones are going to be like. But once I get my new prescription, these are what my new glasses are going to be like, and so people are having a hard time adjusting to this is what the new look is going to be, because they're so used to the old look, and they don't really like the new look. But I really like these glasses. But so other people think they look horrible on my face, and they think they don't look right, and they don't look good, and they don't like them. But I kind of really like these frames. So these are kind of the glasses that I've chosen, but people don't like them. So it's a thing. I don't know. They like these glasses a lot better. They think they look better on my face. I don't know. Leave in the comments below what you think. Do you think that the new glasses look horrible, that I should just throw those out and go with brand new frames that are more like these frames? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. But definitely I'm going to an eye doctor to get a new prescription, an updated prescription, and that's the first doctor I'm going to be going to. The second doctor that I'm going to be going to is a gynecological oncologist. As many of you know, especially those of you who have been in my online community for my charity that I have run for many, many years, Operation Nina, you know that I had uterine cancer, and you know that you're supposed to keep up with that. Well, due to moving, my mother's cancer, etc., I haven't really done that, and I have been having some symptoms that make me concerned for some of the an organ that was left in. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I had to have surgery. It was not complete, and as a result, I have some concerns, and I need to see a gynecological oncologist to not only follow up, but to ask about these feelings that I'm having. The last time that I went to a doctor, I was not actually seen by a doctor. I was seen by a nurse practitioner who did not really listen to what I was saying. She did not take me seriously. I was not established here in this state yet, and I think that they thought that I was just this flighty person from another state who didn't know what she was talking about, and they were telling me that what I was experiencing was a pulled muscle. And I'm telling you that what I was feeling was not a pulled muscle. And I've had enough experience with problems in this area of my body to know what a pulled muscle is, and what's going on inside my body, and it was different than that. So I've been having these issues for a very long time, and it's very reminiscent of that, and so I need to get checked out by a gynecological oncologist. So I'm going to be getting that referral, and that's something that has been plaguing me for a while, and needs to be seen, because anything to do with cancer is serious and should be checked out, and the fact that I've put it off is very negligent on my part, and concerning to those who love me and are worried about me, and I don't like putting the people that I care about in distress. And, it's not something that you should put off or mess with. And I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to be getting a referral to go see an ENT, which is an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And the reason that I need to go see them is because, let me take off my glasses to show you appropriately. Right here, I have a drainage problem. So your sinuses, right, drain fluid. And the problem is that this is a very narrow area anyway, right? And so your sinuses drain, and that's how you have when your nose runs, right? And that's normal, right? And you sneeze and you blow your nose and whatever, right? Well, I have a problem where my sinuses pool. So I have where it fills up here and here and here, like both places, but primarily on this side. And it hurts incredibly. And it causes severe migraines, like the one I'm having today, because it pulls over my eye. And it pools here, and it feels like intense pressure and intense pain. And it's because right there, which is normally very thin, for me it's even thinner than normal. So it's an already thin space, but it's thinner than normal. And in addition, I have a little bone spur, which makes it even more thin. So it has a hard time draining. So the fluid just pools in my cheeks, and it pools up there. And the concern is that if that continually does that, that eventually it could leak into my brain, and that would be no bueno, because that can cause severe problems. It has never done that, and I've never had seizures or anything like that, but that's the concern, is that the older I get, the more susceptible I am to that kind of thing. And so they were talking about having surgery, which means that they would shave the bone spur down and they would widen that area, which would be very painful because it's in the nose, and so then that's going to affect the eyes and a little bit, because that whole area is going to be swollen and puffy, and I just haven't wanted to deal with that previously. But the amount of migraines that I'm getting is progressing, and they have given me medication for if I feel a migraine coming on, I can take them. But the problem is that they've been hitting me so quickly, and they've been like hitting me while I've been asleep, so I've woken up to them lately. And as a result of that, I haven't been able to take medication before them because I've woken up to them. And the problem with that is that there's no warning, or they've come on while I've been away from the medication, so there's been no opportunity to grab the medication beforehand. So it's been difficult to control them, and then once I have them, I can't take that medication. And over-the-counter medication for pain has not been able to alleviate the migraines, and they've been really bad, to the point where you have such light sensitivity, and you feel like currently right now the light isn't on, and this light is like killing me. Looking at the screen is killing me. Hydration helps. Eating a little helps, but sometimes it makes you feel like you're going to be sick. It's very difficult. Like, probably after I finish this and some other things that I want to accomplish today, just to feel a little normal, I'll probably lay down. Like, it's that intense for me. And so I really want to talk to a doctor, get some scans going, have them look at my previous scans and just see, that this has been going on, and see if surgery really is an option, and if they're willing to do that, and just what the recovery is going to be, and if that is a good, solid option. and if they feel like that is actually going to help my migraines or not, because the one doctor said that that might help them, but it may not stop them. This may be still a continuous problem even with the surgery. So, so that may help, but it may never stop it, and it may still be a risk even with all of that. So I just want to know what the percentages are, what their professional opinion is, etc., moving forward. Since this is such a chronic problem and it is becoming more of a problem as we move forward. So I'm going to have that appointment coming up in April. And then the last appointment that I'm going to be going to, I know, so many appointments, but I'm long overdue, and I've put these things off for a long time. And a goal of mine this year is to not put off these things anymore, because I feel like it's doing myself and those who care about me a disservice in putting these things off, because you have one life, and I don't want to cheapen my time here, and I don't want to lessen the time that I can have with the people who love me and that I love, and I want to live my life to the fullest, and I need to know what's going on with my body so I can fix it if something's wrong, and so I can do what I can to move forward and live my life and do the things that I want to do. And if something's wrong, I need to know how I can fix it, or what I can do to make it better so that I can accomplish those goals that I have for myself, because I don't want to not live. I don't want to be sidelined. I don't want to have to cut things short. I don't want to have to be like, well, I'm not feeling well, so I can't go. Like, I don't want to have to be left at home while everybody else has fun. I don't want to have to be on the sidelines while everybody else goes out and does things. I don't want to live that way anymore. I want to be able to go and do and live and be, and I want to do things. Like, I missed one of my best friend's weddings because I was too sick to get there, and that's one of the biggest regrets ever, and I will never not regret that, and it's partially because previous to that I was too afraid to go to the doctor and face what was wrong. I don't want to live that way, and I'm tired of, well, she's not feeling well, so we have to leave early, or she's not feeling well, so we can't go, or whatever, it is. Sorry, some messages are coming in. Okay. Sorry, just people are worried about me because of the migraine. So I definitely want to move forward. So the last appointment that I'm going to be going to is for the podiatrist, because again, if you've known me a long time, you know that when I was about 10, I had surgery, and those surgeries did not heal well. And then when I was in my early 20s, I went back and I said, hey, I think I have a problem going on here. I don't think those surgeries healed well. And I think that I have a problem, and this is not going right. I think something weird is happening. And I was told that I was crazy. And what I was feeling was impossible. Well, what I was feeling was not impossible. I was not crazy. And what I thought was happening happened. And I went to the ER for another injury that happened to be on my ankle. And I had to take my sock off. And the ER doctor went, oh my God, you need to see a podiatrist, soon. Because if you don't, you could lose circulation to your foot because of that. And I went, okay. And then I saw my primary, and she was like, yeah, you need to see a podiatrist, because it's not happening now, but the ER doctor was kind of right. So I'm seeing a podiatrist. I'm not going to go into all the details, because anything to do with someone's foot is weird and awkward and gross, but it's why I'm really self-conscious, and I will never take off my socks in front of other people. So I'm kind of hoping to get that fixed. because I'm very self-conscious about it, and I'm very weirded out by it, and I refuse to take off my socks in front of other people ever and show them. Even like boyfriends, like forever. I think there were some relationships where I never ever took my socks off in front of those people ever. And like, I don't even think some of them I even explained why. And they never questioned it either, because feet are just weird. So they never questioned it. But yeah. So I'm going to be going to see a podiatrist. I mean, my boyfriend now knows all about this, and we had a conversation about it, and like, he's seen what it is. I mean, we have such a different relationship than I've had with people in the past. Like, we have complete transparency and complete trust and things. But I mean, in previous relationships, I'd never felt comfortable enough to have a conversation about it, because it was just too embarrassing or too weird or just too, difficult. But that's beside the point. So I'm going to be going to the podiatrist, and that is going to mean surgery. And that's another reason why I've put that off, because I haven't want to have that surgery either. I've been avoiding surgeries, and that's why I haven't gone to the podiatrist or the ENT. But my boyfriend is supportive and wants me to get these done, because he wants me to feel better and not be self-conscious, and he doesn't want me to lose a foot or lose circulation to it, or he wants me to not have these migraines, and he wants me to be able to succeed at the things that I want to do. And he knows that these things are hurting me, and they're holding me back. And the thing with the podiatrist, it's not just emotional either, or like in my head, it's also physical. And he just knows like the pain and the distress that I'm in, and he just, he and my mom and the few people that know what's going on are just like, you have to get over your stuff and finally handle this. And I'm at a point in my life where it's beyond time that I am an adult, and I face things, and I deal with things, and I take care of it. And that's what I'm doing. And I think the point of me sharing this is not only to be transparent with the people that watch these videos and actually care what's going on with me and want to know what's going on with me, but I also want to kind of urge people, if there's something with you physically that doesn't feel right, or something that you've been putting off doing, like a checkup or a doctor's appointment that that you should go to, but you've been putting off for some reason, please don't, because that could be the difference between something major or something minor. And it's really important that you go to that appointment. It's better to know what's going on so you can fix it, so that things can get healed, so that your family can rally around you, your friends can rally around you, so that you can get better. It really is better to know, even though it's scary, because I think in the end, you'll feel better that you know, and you'll feel better that you have the tools to fix it. And you really can get helped, it's so much better than just letting it fester and get worse, So, I encourage you to fight through your fear and go get seen. And if you come across a medical professional that doesn't act the way that they should be, get a second opinion. Don't be afraid to do that. Like, there are good, kind-hearted people out there. You know what I mean? Like, you can get good quality care, and I have found that. I have found that there are so many good people in the medical field. And if you run across a bad one, they are the rare. You know what I mean? It is rare to find somebody bad. The news and everybody sensationalize the bad and make it seem like they're the prevalent ones, but it's not. It's the good ones that are prevalent. At least that's been my experience here. I don't know what it's like where you're from, but here, where I am now, that's what I have found. So I hope that it's like that where you are, and I really encourage you to get checked. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry that it's so long, but I've just felt that this was important and I wanted to share it with you. And I hope that if you do go and get checked out, that your outcomes are fantastic and that you end up getting good news. And oh, right, I did want to talk about the acne. I am going to start, as of tomorrow, getting back on my daily, using this, my daily moisturizer, or my daily 3-in-1 cleanser, my daytime moisturizer, and my evening moisturizer. I'm going to start actually using those appropriately starting tomorrow. I was planning on doing it today. I was going to get up early today. It was going to be an entire thing. I was even going to make like a video about it today, but things got askew because of this migraine. So I'm hoping that I can get rid of this migraine later today and then start fresh tomorrow. I'm going to wake up early tomorrow and start again. So thank you so much for watching this video, and you'll be seeing this hopefully on the day that I start that. So cross your fingers I'm able to do that. All right. See you guys later.